Okay, here's the 69 Camaro for sale. I popped the hood just for the video's sake. Got the air cleaner sitting over there so you can see the carburetor. I'm going to go over the engine first. A couple of things in here that's going on. There's a leak right there. You can see a little bit of antifreeze. That gasket needs it replaced right there. Also, the power steering pump leaks. It's low right now. I didn't add any to it because I don't want it leaking anymore. Let's see, the power booster, or the brake booster there is just painted gold. It's not a newer one or anything like that. There is a slit over here. That goes down. Somebody cut that for some reason. I'm not sure why. It's an original AC car. It's got the compressor and some of the other parts that have been taken off, but I have those parts that'll go with the car. Plus the windshield squirters don't work. I'm not sure what was going on there. They just don't feed up to the wipers. That needs to be looked at. But other than that, everything's pretty good in here. The engine runs good. I'll run it at the end of the video. I'll go around the front here and point a couple things out. Right here, the bumper is loose on this side. It needs a bolt, maybe a couple of bolts in there. There's one missing. The headlights are manual open only. Original Rally Sport car. There's a few rivets, or somebody put something in there that I wanted to point out. A rusty plate, but everything else is good metal. They don't work. The lights don't work. The headlights work, but the hidden headlights don't work. You know, the parts have been taken off. I do have the vacuum reserve and a couple other parts, but I don't have the actuators, and there's some lines down there that were from that. But I wanted to point that out as well. Also, this bar right here, I've taken it off, or it's been taken off on this side. Not put back on, but I have it. And let's move on to the body. Up here on the hood, there's a little bit of a split. Actually, it's about 5 or 6 inches long. Somebody must have slammed down a air cleaner on that. You know, came down and hit an air cleaner or something that was on there and caused some damage. Over here, you know, the car looks really good. It's kind of a stunner when you first look at it. The color's nice, the vinyl top looks good, everything looks really nice on the car. But it's an older paint job that has, you know, has some flaws in it. Antenna is broken off, needs a new antenna. There are some dings and chips in the paint. Going down here, there's a little bit of bubbling right there. Got a little ding right up here. Some chips in the door. The rest of it looks good though. Windows and glass on this side are good. This back window rolls down a little funky. It needs a little work. You got to kind of pull up on it to get it to close all the way while you're cranking it. There's something not quite working there. Some chips back here, but otherwise the metal is good. You know, there's no problems that I know of there. Back here, got a loose spoiler. You can see it's pulled out from the studs. Tried to tighten it, but it wouldn't tighten, so that needs to be addressed. Also got a ding in the bumper guard down here. And in here, got the gas cap. Also got air shocks on this car that you can air up there. They still work, but they leak over time. Also, The backup lights are not flushed in real good. Whoever painted the car and took the parts off and put everything back on didn't quite put them in there right. I don't know why, but they need to be flushed in there better. Moving around this side of the car, it's pretty much the same as the other side. I mean, the car really looks nice. You know, the rallies look nice, the top, everything looks good. But there are some dings and chips in the paint. A couple things I want to show you up here real fast. A little bit of caulk in here. Somebody put some silicone in there and here, along with on the other side as well, right in that seam. I did not do that. That was done when I got this car. That needs to be addressed. There's a little bit of bubbling around here, right there, and there, and maybe a little bit on this side as well, right there. I mean, it's not poking through or flaking, it's just bubbling. On this side, it's pretty much the same as the other side. And the worst spot on the car is, there's a little, like a touch up there, but it's these little bubbling spots there, and there's one right in there where it's bubbling. Otherwise, it's pretty good. Let's try to take a peek underneath the car real quick. Sorry about that. I don't know if you can really see under there with this. Any oil residue is coming from the power steering pump that's leaking. Move around to the back. Trying to do this as fast as I can, but how do you inspect a car quickly? I don't know that you can. You know, there's a gas tank. There's some rust under here and that, but that's that. I'm going to move to the inside. Interior looks good other than a few spots. You know, the back seat looks good. It's got the belts up there. The headliner's a little bit, you know, not in the best shape anymore. Dome light works. Seats. Carpet looks decent. You know. The only other thing in here is on the dash. Let me get the keys so I can get this thing started up here in a minute. In the dash, the clock is not in there. These lenses are not on each side, but I have a whole new dash for the car that I'm going to include. Also, as mentioned in the listing, there's a metal plate put in right here. Somebody years ago stole the radio out of here, and they just kind of ripped it out. So we put that in there just to get another radio in the car. The gauges work, except for the ammeter. The ammeter's not hooked up. The rosewood stuff looks good. The dash pad looks good. Mirror doesn't look so great, but it's there. It does come loose pretty easily. You have to tighten that thing up all the time. Might want to look at that. Let's see if I can get this thing fired up. Car idles nice, smooth. Doesn't vibrate or shake, or there's no internal knocking or noises. It runs good. There's the exhaust out the back. Car will idle on its own. It idles smoothly and nice, no problems. The transmission is fine. It shifts, it drives. It just needs, that power steering link and this antifreeze leak addressed. Let me go up here for a minute and show you a couple other items that I'm including with the car. I've got this dash, which is a nice dash. It's not cracked. It's got the center dash clock. It's even got a wiring harness that came with it. I bought this at a swap meet probably 20 years ago or more. And it's got all the stuff that's missing in the car here. It's all original. This is an original dash. It's not an aftermarket one. It's not cracked. It's got the rosewood plates in there and the harness. And there's the AC parts. The rest of the stuff is older stuff in the video or in the listing. You can see it in the pictures. I'm just throwing it with the car. There you have it. Give you one more look at it and then we'll shut it off. Also, I want to show you underneath. This car's been sitting here for quite a while, at least an hour or more. There's nothing dripping underneath there. It's all dry. Now, if I put power steering fluid in there, it's going to drip. So I won't do that. You can see the engine will sit here and idle. And it runs good. Like I'm about 12 and a half minutes. I'm going to have to shut this down. I hope this helps out.